Okay, so what I'll start with is the things I like first. It's always important to know you do things well. Everybody does. Club face is squared up behind the center of the ball in a good position every time, which is good. Your club and ball is pretty much middle of your stance, and for a 7-iron like this, that's ideal. Your feet and hips are lined up perpendicular to the club face itself. Also good. You've got a pretty good posture, so you can spine angle compared to mine, pretty good. A little knee flex, you look pretty balanced, okay? These are the good things. Two things, though, is that golf shaft, for the most part, was too raised up, especially your first few swings was quite raised and locked, and your shoulders were lined up very much left or open, and that's when that right arm of yours gets too rigid. You can see how you can see part of my left forearm here in this position? It's because my right arm is a little more relaxed, tucked into my body. So if you can keep that right arm softer, and make sure the golf club is at a more downward angle and not as upright, you're in a position to make a better turn and not rely on your hands and arms solely, as you were doing. So we're going to watch your takeaway now. So you can see the club goes back in a pretty good takeaway path, kind of back and then inside from the ball, the angle. Then it starts to rise up, and you get a little more turn there compared to your first few swings, right? Because of the positions you're starting to get into. From that position, the club can then drop back down, re-extend itself towards the ball, and you can turn through, and there's actually a little bit of hip clearance, as you can see. You can actually gradually allow the club to fully swing through as you utilize your pivot of your legs as you transfer your weight and turn to the finish position. That'll become more possible as your setup positions allow that to take place. And earlier you were just too locked in tight to do that. Okay? So that almost